me hot. Yeah. Get me hot.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show in late night for you by us. Bro Talk. We're always on the mark. Shemaine Man Jason in the director's seat as usual. Thanks for tuning in as you do every Tuesday. Let's kick it over to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Wait, so look, I was typing like to share it on Facebook, right? And I was typing, I said, we're alive.
That
we are. That too. You know what? Yeah, Dexter Stuckey here. Super excited to be here. So you guys know I always have like a little personal story that I start the show off with.
Not always.
This week I realized.
You know, sometimes we get you get one. But yes, you do have one this week. Okay, thank you.
You get one today. In fact, you got two. I just told you what I just did. So you're really getting a reality TV show of my life today. So we are a society of people that protest everything, correct? Like, remember they were talking about the mask and people were like, I'm not wearing masks. They were killing people over the mask, so forth and so on. But for some reason, there was this merger made between T-Mobile and Sprint. And we didn't bat an eyelash. Like, we were Sprint customers and T-Mobile just took over our contracts and nobody said a thing about it. But guess what? I'm standing up to it and I am going to, I'll talk a little bit more about it in my seat today.
Okay, nice. That's a little tease.
I enjoyed the merger. I felt like we got more benefits, so it was good for me.
Do you have Sprint or T-Maybe?
I have T-Mobile now, yeah.
How's that going for you? Do you like it?
It's going amazing. I'm sorry.
What'd you say, Dex?
I said the whole country has Sprint and T-Mobile at this point. Like, they literally just took over and made everybody have their service. Sprint. It's insane.
Jason, you have AT&T?
I still am yes, with the Republican loving AT&T. Yes.
Oh, I left them many years ago.
That is the squad. So yeah, shout out to all of the phone providers across the nation. Hopefully you guys in the next go round. Do you guys still have contracts, like 2-year contracts and everything like that, or is that a thing of the past?
I have no idea. I'm on like a weird family plan. I don't even pay attention to my phone bill anymore.
No one knows.
I don't know how much attention to my phone bill until they come.
I think that was the trick. Like they've made it so we don't pay attention to our phone bills. They've made it so we don't pay attention to our cable bills. They've made it so we don't pay attention to anything because it's so small and you don't see, like, you're not going to pay attention to $12 coming out of your account. But at the end of the year, it's like, not so for a phone. I'm saying in general for like cable.
For like, you mean the way like you have everything set up like automatic this, automatic that. So it's like coming out of the account at different times and you're really not paying attention to it.
You got all these Apple subscriptions, you got Spotify, you got everything. So it's
but no, I checked those Apple subscriptions. I'm like, I know you tried it. I want nothing.
The Apple one is weird though, because they really do pull that money out whenever they feel like it's like they need lunch money. And they like, he got it, and they pull it from you. Like, those are the ones you got to watch, and Netflix too, because they go up every other week.
Yeah, Netflix. It's like $20 now for Netflix. It's ridiculous.
Weirdly so, because nobody's really watching it like that. But we won't give it up.
I can't.
You canceled yours?
I did.
I'm really proud of you.
Cancel Netflix.
I'm really proud of you.
So who's the account you're using?
The crazy part about the Netflix thing is I've had the same account since college, right? And all these people were using my account with I asked nobody for no money or nothing like that. Netflix went up to $18 and nobody kicked me over $3 or nothing like that. I said, it's over for all of y'all. And I just canceled it.
I'm about to cancel ours too.
All your little viewing history and all your algorithms are you going to have to reset. So good luck with that over the next 12 years. Okay. Are you borrowing anyone's account?
I stand in solidarity with Monique.
That's right. I love it. But her new show's coming on Netflix, so obviously not.
And I wasn't gonna watch that anyway, so I'm still standing in solidarity with her.
All right, time for the politics portion of the show, guys. We're gonna start you off with a little.
Hold on, Jason. I never introduced myself. You didn't introduce me at all. Y'all just talk right on.
I swore I said Ty the guy. What up? Sorry.
Now, hi everybody. I'm Ty. I'm on the show too. I know Will's not here, so Jason is only interested in now talking.
You just started talking. I mean, if
I'm still on this show after all these years with no intro.
Okay. Do you have a story for us?
Yeah, I have a story. So I had this best friend in college.
He got no story.
I started this show. He started this show. He asked me to be on it, and now not only is he rude to me, but I don't get introduced.
Okay.
Now politics.
Oh, okay, there we go. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know that you're here, and we will put you up on the big board. But we have some political action to get to. First up, the First Lady Kamala Harris says that she's tested positive for COVID-19. She has no symptoms.
How tragic!
And you say that's tragic.
How tragic
that she does. I mean, she doesn't have. Well, that's good news, Dex. It's very good news that she has no symptoms. She will continue to isolate and follow the CDC guidelines. She says she's grateful to be both vaccinated and boosted. Dex, is it still slow for you? Are you going to cut out? Or are you going to stay in?
No, I'm gonna stay in because I want to get my stuff off with this one.
Shout out to Eric. Biden has not been a close contact, so he does not have anything to be worried about reportedly. So
thank God.
Good news that the president will be safe from this viral attack.
Biden hasn't been in close contact with her for quite some time since they did it, Joe.
He wasn't in close contact. She had to call him up.
Exactly. Oh, you're right. She might not even know that man.
Never met him. Speaking of close contact and viruses and presidents, Donald Trump, we have the return of a very popular segment. Are you guys ready for what did the Trump say? The earliest we've ever done it in the show.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go.
What did the Trump say? Did the Trump say?
No more Dropbox.
What did he say?
No more Dropboxes. Remember people used to be using Dropbox and putting crazy stuff in there?
I thought he said no more.
No more Dropbox.
No more drunk spouses. That's
no more Dropboxes.
He kind of pops. He pops that K.
No more Dropbox.
He said drunk spouses.
Drock.
No more Dropbox.
I'm telling you, he said drunk spouses.
I know. Listen, if I know Trump, he's talking about them damn fans. I'm trying to think of what he's trying to, how to connect.
You think he's talking about the windmills? You think he's talking
them damn fans? Man, boy, he cannot stop thinking about the windmills. So I know he's talking about them. So I have to figure out how he's saying it and like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put it together.
All right, last time. Let's do it one more time.
No more Dropbox.
No more Dropbox. Sounds like that's what he's saying.
No more dry boxes.
No more drive-bys. No more dry boxes.
Dry boxes.
Dry boxes.
Oh, drive-bys. Maybe he's trying to, gun control. Turn the new leaf.
There we go.
Trump is going to be for gun control. That's hilarious.
All right, here we go. The result.
No more Dropbox. The Dropboxes are just so bad. No more Dropboxes.
Good job, Ty. You had it the first time around. Look at you.
Oh, you look at me.
Trump.
But why is he talking about drop boxes though? Like,
for like the voting where you can drop your vote in the little box.
Yeah, drop your vote. It's like
who does that?
People did it. That's how Trump lost. Because people had to leave.
Stop the steal.
Hashtag stop the steal. He released this long tweet basically saying that the Republicans are responsible for Marjorie Taylor Greene going through hell as she has been subpoenaed to report and testify to the, I think it's the House committee that is investigating the January 6th insurrection. Marjorie, for her part, apparently just doesn't know
any of them.
I do not remember.
Not any of them?
No.
Okay. And you spoke to some people about those demonstrations prior to being sworn in as a representative from the 14th district, right?
I don't remember.
And you spoke to some of those people after you took the oath on January 3rd and before the 6th, right?
I don't remember.
Did you speak to anybody in government about the fact that there were going to be demonstrations in Washington on January 6th?
I don't remember. We were mostly reading information about election fraud, and people signed affidavits about what they'd witnessed with voter fraud and preparing to object. That was pretty much all I remember doing.
Right, pretty much. But your testimony as you sit here today under oath is that you didn't talk to anybody in government about the fact that there were going to be large protests in Washington on January 6th.
I don't remember.
You spoke to Representative Biggs or his staff about that fact, didn't you?
I do not remember.
How about Representative Gosar?
Sorry, I don't remember.
Did you talk to people at the White House about the fact that there were going to be large demonstrations on January 6th in Washington?
I don't remember.
Tash, you don't remember nothing.
She don't remember. Oh, she remembers everything. I do not recall is the line that you used when they got you by the balls, and you don't want to perjure yourself under oath. So you have to say the all famous. I do not recall, but she's ruining it by saying I do not remember. She sounds dumb.
I do not remember.
I do not recall. Like that's what
You're
you're
right.
supposed to say. Everyone knows it. Idiot.
Well, she did recall who she thought was breaking in on January 6th.
And when you were notified that people had entered the Capitol illegally, did you also understand at that point that there had been violence at the Capitol?
I only knew what I was told. I'd heard a gunshot. We all heard it. And we were so confused. We thought Antifa was breaking in or BLM because of those were the riots that had gone on and on all throughout 2020, day in and day out. Just horrible riots all over the country, and that was the only thing that made sense to most of us.
What do you?
So you remember that?
Nice.
BLM. She
She found
absolutely
a way to
remembered that.
stick in a racist jab right there, although she can't recall anything else.
She cannot.
But she knows she
anything.
recalls thinking that it was Black Lives Matter and not her own people.
Yeah, because they were protesting all day and all night.
All day and all night.
All day
More
and
of the things.
night.
More things she doesn't remember, such as liking a post that said this about Nancy Pelosi.
So it's true, though, that you liked a post that suggested that, quote, a bullet to the head of Nancy Pelosi would be a quicker way to remove her as Speaker of the House than impeachment, right?
Now, you're using a CNN article, which has CNN has lied about me multiple times, and you're using a CNN article.
I'm asking
as
you
your
to answer my
evidence.
question. Did you like a post that said it's quicker, that a bullet to the head would be a quicker way to remove Nancy Pelosi from the role of
I
Speaker?
have had many people manage my social media account over the years. I have no idea who liked that.
Okay. Are you testifying under oath it wasn't you? Just want to be clear on that.
I am testifying. I have no idea who liked that comment.
Fair enough. It could have been you. Right?
I am telling you, I do not know.
She's answered the question. Go ahead. Next.
She wouldn't say no. She wouldn't just say no. Of course she would.
But we gotta stop letting people do this whole like somebody else manages my. Nobody's managing your social media. You liked it, and if you did have somebody managing your social media, they should know better than to like a post linking
Hey,
you
you
to
wouldn't
violence
like.
against the Speaker of the House.
Right? Are
on.
you crazy?
She
But this one, she might have wanted to think a little harder about not knowing, because she said this.
Ms. Green, did you advocate to President Trump to impose martial law as a way to remain in power?
I don't recall.
So you're not denying you did it, you just don't remember.
I don't remember.
Okay. And
Well,
I
we
love
got
it.
the text.
She's Iran.
We got the text. She wrote to Mark Meadows in our private chat with only members. Several were saying the only way to save our republic is for Trump to call for martial law. I don't know on those things. I just wanted you to tell him they stole this election. We all know they will destroy our country next. Please tell him to declassify as much as possible so we can go after Biden and anyone else! ! So they definitely got the text, although she does not recall sending it. So we'll see whether or not they'll be able to get her on perjury. Glenn Kirshner says, take it for someone who spent 30 years in courtrooms and grand juries. I do not remember and I do not recall. I don't know are not perjury proof answers. If they were, we would just accept them. We would never be able to indict or convict or hold accountable anyone. So Marjorie Taylor Greene has not necessarily dodged a bullet here. Do you think that she's going to end up going to jail for perjury?
I can promise you, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not going to jail. As a matter of fact, I wonder how much money they're spending on this dog and pony show because they're wasting everyone's money because no one's getting anything.
No faith in the Republic. Okay.
I have no faith in this process whatsoever. I think no one's getting in trouble for anything that happened on January 6th. So they really need to stop wasting people's money and time. I
have faith that they're going to do what they want to do, which is let her go free. That's what's going to happen. That's what they want to happen. I don't remember.
She remembers BLM though. BLM was BLM
protesting every day and every night.
All day and all night.
Good news for you guys. Breaking news tonight. President Biden apparently is looking at different options to forgive most, if not all, federal student loan debt. CBS News. The move could affect more than 43 million borrowers who hold more than $1.6 trillion in federal student debt. So help might be on the way. Ty, you scoff. Why are you scoffing? Isn't this what you wanted? You asked for this. This is what you've been begging for.
No, actually, I have not. I told y'all from the beginning they weren't forgiving y'all loans. That was me from the very beginning, telling you all that it wasn't happening.
Now they are. I mean, he's considering
Jason,
all
they
options.
are absolutely not. Jason, I'm looking into ways to make this show go national. Has it happened yet? It's not. Like, I'm looking into a lot of shit. I promise you I am.
I'm really trying hard over here.
I've been looking into.
I think this really turned like this is the problem. When you could do stuff like this, now you're gonna create an us versus. This is genius, actually, because we were attacking Joe like, what's up with these student loans? What's up with these student loans? If you clear out some people's student loans and not the other people, those of us who you don't clear out, we're gonna be like, what about the loans? What about the loans? The other people be like, shut up. He already took you the loans. But this is genius on this part.
Because I guarantee you, people are not there are going to be so many people that don't qualify for it that it's going to be sick.
43 million. That's most of the student loan population, though, for federal student loans.
They're gonna be like, but if you make $80K, you're done.
No, Ty, they're gonna be like, if you made $30K last year, I can't help you out, buddy.
if you got a job, sorry.
Look, come on.
If they forgive student loans, though, I will quit my job and just apply to new jobs next year.
Something's better than nothing, though, right? Like, I feel like we're
if it didn't happen for me, I don't give a crap.
No, seriously, if you cancel, just like the three of us are here, if he cancels y'all loans and not mine, I'm going to war. Not war like William, but I'm going to war with y'all. Like I want to fight.
No, but honestly, I don't think you're doing it for any of those people. They're just dangling it in front of us because you got that little election coming up. They give you a little, it's still in the works, guys. Don't give up yet. Get out there and vote. Oh, they got the little election coming up. You think we're so stupid? You are not forgetting anything. Like literally,
Ty, every time you hold, you need to know when the election coming up.
Ty, you know what's crazy? This is why I'm blessed to have you. Because when Jason, the devil over there, when Jason posted that, I was like, I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden again. I was following like, I'm gonna vote for him. He gonna do it, I'm gonna vote for him. But you're right, Ty. He ain't trying to. Jason, you're good.
Biden is looking into ways.
Looking into all the different ways that he can.
Literally, they told him from the very beginning. Pocahontas told him, with a strike of your pen, you could just knock it all out right there. So, how many ways are you looking into? Like, what? How long is it going to take?
Good point.
Stroke the pen, Joe. we want you to do it the fast way, not the ski mask.
Should we change the title? Should we change the title to Stroke the Pen, Joe?
The title has to remain I Don't Remember, because that was gold. And welcome to the show, Kirk. We haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the show.
Hey, hello. How are you?
They don't like you calling her Pocahontas, Ty. Can you renege your slay, please?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Y'all blame y'all president that y'all voted for last time for the nickname Pocahontas. No.
Terrible.
Y'all know that was hilarious. Like, let's think back on how she got that nickname. It's not has nothing to do with being racist. It's her being totally.
No, it does. It
No,
does have
she
something to
said
do
it.
with being racist.
Did it?
No, like she really got up there and was like, and then Trump was like, "Oh, if she has native blood, she has 0 point," and then she really put it there, and like Trump was almost right on
It was
the nail. Like,
132. She did her own ancestry, and she had 132 Native
you
American
know
blood.
that's hilarious. So, like from now on,
137.
she will be Pocahontas. I'm sorry, I don't take on any of his other nicknames, but that one's got to stick.
Latoya said if he forgives student loan debt, he gets my vote, and I think that he said he's going to run again. And I think I told
He's
you
running
guys this
again?
about. I feel like I told you guys this 2 weeks ago. I said he's going to hold on to this until the midterms, and then at the midterms, he's going to do something for student loans and get the votes, and that's the strategy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. He's not going to go into the midterms with us still owing all 1.6 trillion.
Very much is.
Okay. All right, you guys ready for updates?
Yep.
Let's do it. Here we go. If we up, then we up, then we up, then it's stuck. Oh, sorry. Dexter, you live?
Up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck.
I feel like Dex, yeah, there we go. I feel like Dex isn't actually here anymore, but we'll just talk to his ghost. Latoya says he's got to forgive all of the student loan debt that we have. Look,
I have a quick
federal
question
student loan.
before we get
Yeah,
into
go ahead.
updates, and this is like a serious question, not like me being a jerk. What's going to happen to all those like companies that collect
Not on the
student
campaign
loans?
team.
If
What do you mean what's gonna happen?
like, you have all these companies that like all they do is collect student loans. Like, what else do those people do?
I mean, they
Navi,
can still collect private loans. I mean, these are just federal student loans.
Oh, but like that's where all the money is.
What, the private loans?
Federal student loans. Like, if you forgive all the federal student loans, like how many people got private loans?
Yeah, but a bunch of people. I think Sally Mae's private loans.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yeah,
So
so
Sally Mae don't collect their own loans.
I mean, they do, but this wouldn't affect them, so they would still be able to collect. I mean, these are just for the
talking
loans
about,
to the
like,
federal government.
You have your loan servicer right now that services your federal student loans, whichever company you have, Naviance, Nelnet, all those people. Like, I'm like, what the hell? What happened? I mean, not that I care about their companies, but I'm just curious.
I mean, you can still. I don't know. I'm not sure the details, but I'm pretty sure they have something in the works. Shout out to William. He's shouting out with the eyeball emojis. Will, do you want to be on the show? I'm not sure what that means. Please use words instead of icons, and we'll try to get you on.
Will
the show.
literally never uses words. It's like really weird. Like he talks in emojis.
All right. As we wait for Dexter to come back on, have you been following the Kim Kardashian Black Chyna trial, defamation trial?
Just a little bit, not a whole bunch, because I don't like any of
Just
those
a
people, but I have been just enough. Just
Just
enough to
enough, okay,
participate in bro talk.
Okay, so you just need a little recap. That's all you need?
Just a little.
Well, if you didn't know, Rob and Chyna had a show. Rob being Rob Kardashian and Black Chyna. They had a show back on the E! Network in 2016, which is basically a spinoff of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. A second season was expected, but it never happened. So Black Chyna decided to sue the Kardashians for $100 million in order to, get herself a new show because she says that the Kardashians killed her show. So she's alleging defamation and the such. So the two parties have been in court for the last week and a half. And here is how Black Chyna's mom, Tokyo Tony, said that things went.
They look homeless. No, I'm not playing. And it made me so mad. Y'all gonna try to downplay your fucking self. Chris had on a fucking crusty ass tan suit with one button. None of the bitches had shirts under their belt. It was horrible. We standing there Chris, old, decrepit shorty, look like. Y'all see that little, okay, don't do that. Okay, yes I am. Y'all see that motherfucking thing that be on the tricycle saw? The little man on the tricycle be like this on the movie Saw. She looked. It looked like they dead and they paste the shit and spackled it out. Dips and Kirk, like, and dents and shit. Yeah. Okay, I was like, you trying to look, because they right there, it's like, bitch, I don't fuck with y'all. But bitch, you right here in my face. I was looking and they was doing everything to look away. Let me show you what Kylie did. Kylie was doing me like this. She was looking straight like this. Bitch, get your peripheral vision off me. I can see your whole shorty. You staring at me looking straight, but you looking dead at me the whole time like this.
Dexter, you loved it. You loved every second.
Like, that was a blessing. That video was. I need her to be a court reporter. That was incredible.
Please be a court reporter.
Kris Jenner do kind of look like Jigsaw a little bit.
Since you don't saw that little thing that ride the bike.
She said,
"Get that little thing that ride the tricycle."
But how come we knew exactly what she was talking about?
We knew exactly what she was talking about. So yeah, that was the update from Tokyo Tony. During testimony, Black Chyna was asked about
not that drawing though.
It's Black Chyna. It's a court drawing.
Not that court drawing.
For the podcast listeners, they have a painting or drawing of Black Chyna. This looks a mess. They got the girl eyebrows together. This is insane. Wow. What?
Chyna was asked about Rob's allegations that she tried to strangle and kill him, confirming that she indeed wrapped a charging cord around his neck and grabbed his always unloaded gun in jest on an evening back in 2016. The lawyer, the prosecutor asked her, "You're saying to the jury that you stood behind him with a phone cord wrapped it around his neck and that was a joke?" Black Chyna replied with, "Yes." End quote.
I know that's right. I have to explain myself. You heard me.
She also testified that she ripped Rob's shirt. This is how it started. She said they were playing and trying to be sexy and take the shirt off, but just doing silly stuff with her fiance. She said later when he was playing video games and ignoring her, she wrapped the cord around his neck. She said, "I came up behind him doing that jokingly just to get his attention." And then later when Rob was having a FaceTime conversation in his bedroom, that's when she picked up the gun. Asked by the lawyer, "What on earth possessed you to grab a gun?" She replied, "He was already messing with it. That's why I grabbed it. I was being funny while he was on FaceTime with his friends."
$100 million. And look, let me tell you, if you know that you're gonna sue somebody for $100 million, you better not have no type of evidence of you touching no gun around that person. Are you stupid? Are we just playing hot? That's cute. That's funny. That's how you play.
That's all the time.
That's why the kids don't be with her only on Sundays. Because
only on Sundays.
Because she's dangerous as hell, ain't she?
Clearly.
She gonna get that money though.
Kylie was the only other interesting person to give any testimony during the first week of the trial, saying that she remembers Rob telling her that Chyna held a gun to his head as he strangled him with an iPhone cord. Kylie said, "I think he was informing me that my door was damaged in my TV and that Chyna had just been drinking a lot and maybe doing some drugs. That's what he told me." Kylie says, "I mean, he used the word she was trying to kill me. That's what he said to me. I assumed that, yeah, it was a death struggle. If someone's saying she's trying to kill me, that's what I assumed. But I don't think he used the word death struggle." So, yeah.
So what did Rob do when she was strangling him with the cord? Let her do
it? I mean, he had a
gun because he knew she was playing.
You know what? If somebody strangled me with a cord and pulled a gun up on me and they still live to talk about it, I wouldn't tell nobody. That's between me and that phone cord.
As ghetto, as ridiculous as it sounds, and the way they're trying to make it sound, honestly, she's crazy enough to be joking like that because literally, you pull a gun on me, you're choking me. Like he didn't body slam her, punch her in the face,
Like,
run her against the wall, do nothing. You just sat there, was like, "Oh, I'm gonna die if you don't let me go. I'm gonna die if you don't let me go." Like that's not what happened.
I'm with Kylie. This sounds like a death struggle. Like you was gonna die. Your face was turning purple, and she was laughing. But were you laughing
on FaceTime? Like on FaceTime with the friends, like like other people saw it.
And where are the friends at? Because I need to know. Look, let me tell you, if somebody came up behind me choking me with, and I'm on FaceTime with y'all, and y'all don't get over to my house to save me, we're not friends no more.
We don't know where you live, Dex. We're not coming.
Rest in peace. You better hope she's joking then.
Last week we told you about Jonathan the baby Kirk, who shot an intruder who came onto his his house. I was right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. He shot them in the leg and said that he felt good because he saved a man's life. Well, he's just been acting up ever since. He's been going off. He's been showing his whole ass. It started when he decided to slap one of his artists. This man's name, I think, is Wisdom. Here he goes, in the back of a concert venue, just walking up and slapping his artist. So yeah,
no,
he almost got killed. The baby almost died right there.
Wait, Ty, if Bro Talk was like a real show that's being produced on the sound stage and everything like that, he would do that to us, right?
100%. But then video also came out of Jonathan the baby Kirk, a shooting that happened in Walmart back in 2018 or 17, I think, that he was acquitted of murder for it. He claimed self-defense and he got off, and that kind of launched his career. But now Rolling Stone has come across video of inside of the store, and it shows that the baby's claim of self-defense may not actually ring true. So yeah, here we go. 2018. Sorry, November 5th, 2018. Jonathan the baby Kirk shot and killed Jalen Craig in a Walmart. He claimed self-defense, but here goes the security footage that was obtained by Rolling Stone. Henry Douglas, right there. He gets jumped by the baby. They're wrestling there in the middle of the Walmart, right next to the juice aisle. Looks like. As you can see, a scuffle ensues. They're going past, looks like the nut aisle, cereal aisle, wrestling up against the candles. Looks like they're in the middle. A woman gets out of the way. She sees guns being drawn, and you see the baby point the gun and shoot it right there. So, yeah, self-defense, it's hard to say. The baby was not at all happy that this video came out. Of course, saying that, he doesn't understand why everyone's praying for his downfall right now. But I just wanted to report the news that video has come out from the shooting, and it looks like the baby might be, behind bars pretty soon. I don't know. That video is pretty damning. I mean, they were wrestling.
Try him again for that.
He was acquitted.
That's over.
And, to be honest with you,
the lawyers buried that thing. He had a good lawyer.
Double jeopardy,
Yeah, they can't. It's over. That one's over. They buried that thing. I don't know how, but they buried it.
They buried
this
it.
This may be an unpopular opinion here, but I talked about it with my friend Latoya on our show that we do the comments, and I don't think the baby is wrong here. Like, honestly, in every situation that this man is being something happens, he low-key has been provoked every single time. Like, somebody jumped his gate and got shot. The person at the Walmart was in his face. Like, it's always the artist, I'm sure, did something disrespectful. Like, even with Danny Lee, like her brother tried to attack him in the bowling alley. And it's like, I get it. Like he's always in some mess, but he low key does kind of like retaliate after people kind of like come for him first. Truthfully,
Nice take, Dex. I'm not going to defend the baby. So
I think I might be on Jonathan the Baby Kirk's side.
okay, I like it. I like it. Everyone needs support. Speaking of not having support, Viola Davis, we talked to you guys last week about the role that she's playing in a new Showtime series, The First Lady. She will be playing Michelle Obama, and this is footage from one of the episodes.
Really? John Edwards have Secret Service? What about John McCain, Mitt Romney? Probably not. Yeah. You know why? You're a coon. You're a nigger. Running for president of the United States?
So of course we talked about how much reaction I had the context, how much reaction that got last week during our show. Viola Davis had this to say in response to the criticism you guys levied against her. She said to Dex and to Ty, critics absolutely serve no purpose, and I'm not saying that to be nasty either. Okay. Them boys always feel like they're telling you something that you don't know, like somehow that you're living a life that you're surrounded by people who lie to you, and I'm going to be the person that leans in and tells you the truth. So it gives them an opportunity to be cruel to you, the likes of Dex and Ty. But ultimately, I feel like it's my job as a leader to make bold choices. Win or fail, it is my duty to do that. She also said that every performance will be award-winning, so you guys watch it and deal. How do you feel about Viola Davis' comments?
I like that she acknowledged that she failed here. That is,
I love it. You fell, you
Failed.
get back up and try again because you definitely need to get back up.
But thank you for acknowledging that you failed because you did. You was a nigga.
A nigga, a coon.
A nigga.
You was a nigga. A coon. I don't. Nothing she can say is going to make us stop laughing about that. Oh, critics serve no, but like this higher ground shit is not going to work for this one. Not the same high swing ho, hame, or whatever the hell y'all be saying. No, sister. We're dragging you, and we're gonna drag you good.
And you wasn't saying critics don't mean nothing when they was praising you for your role in the help. You ain't have no comments for the critics when they was talking about you killed it as Annalise Keaton. So what's the heat now? Take it and run with
it. Now it's after critics.
After critics. Okay. We gonna remember that.
The critics.
Because this is the one. That's the one that's critically acclaimed. So we want her.
And by the way,
now it's like the critics. Now there's no more.
Until she's not, until she's not.
And speaking of critics, Michelle Obama wasn't happy about this either. So are you talking about her as well? Because she had an issue with you twisting your lip.
Oh my God, I'm busy.
So, you know what? Because of this, I'm gonna go ahead and give Viola Davis my vote for Stunt Queen of the Year. You're gonna vote. You're getting. Let me write it down right now. You're on the list.
Make sure of it.
Oh my God! There's no way she cannot step through. There's no way.
You're on the list. You just made the list.
Nobody can beat that because you're a nigger.
Well, Ty, I don't know. Black Chyna just sued the Kardashians for $10 million.
$100 million. $100 million.
After she wrapped the cord around someone's neck and tried to stab them.
That's pretty stunty too.
She was whooping on her baby daddy. Didn't she stab somebody too?
She stabbed Tiger.
Yeah. She stabbed Tiger, yeah.
She be whooping on them good.
Real good. Oh God.
Chris Rock's mom says the following, talking about Will Smith. When he slapped Chris, he slapped all of us. He really slapped me because when you hurt my child, you hurt me. Ty, the father. You get that?
She looked like she got slapped.
Okay, Rochelle. Is that her real name?
She really should get that statement and them teeth to herself.
Text her.
Don't do that.
What?
She also says, I feel really bad that he never apologized, talking about Will Smith, saying, his people wrote up a piece saying, I apologize to Chris Rock. But you see something like that, it's personal. You reach out. She was very disappointed that Will Smith.
Who is Chris Rock's mom? Like, is she famous? Like, who? Like, why are we talking to Chris Rock's mom?
Chyna Arnold.
bottom of the barrel at this point. And we're talking to Chris Rock's mom. Like, who's his
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Bottom of the barrel.
that-
She has a role. She's a national figure. What are you talking about?
Chris Rock's mom.
Everyone hates Chris. Like the mom Chyna Arnold. That's who she's based off.
I would rather hear a statement from Chyna Arnold than this lady. Go sit down.
Honestly, like to dig up his mom to get a statement.
Dig up.
Like, no, y'all trying to keep this story alive. Like this story was dying down, and then all of a sudden, Chris Rock's mom. It's like, no, we're done.
She's upset.
They just caught Will Smith over there in Zimbabwe dipping in the water, and now they pulling up his mom. Like, come on, we're done.
I know Chris Rock is like, Mom, what you doing? Like, why are you talking? Like,
I feel like you guys, it's a mother's love. Like, she's gonna stick up for her.
No,
her
like
child.
I get it, but mom could have spoke the week everybody else was talking about it. We're done.
Very fair. Very fair. Maybe they just thought about it. Hey, let's reach out to Chris Rock's mom and see what she has.
They want to keep this story alive so bad. Like we're letting it go.
Well, if somebody really wanted to make some money off of this situation, Will Smith's mom says she's shocked that happened. She's never seen her son go off like that. So Jada put Will Smith's mom and Chris Rock's mom at the red table, and let's see what happens.
Oh no, that's money. Go ahead, Deck. I don't know why they don't hire you.
Don't nobody want to hire me. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I got the ideas. Toy, you hear that? I got the ideas.
You got the idea.
That's a good idea. Let's put these mothers together so Jada can go.
Oh then she gonna say,
what?
Then she'll say,
The
now
strength.
that is healing. That is healing.
That's right.
Healing. What healing?
All of this right here. You know what this is, guys? Listen closely. Just open up your ears and just breathe and listen. This is healing. Okay.
Yes.
You feel it.
Yes.
Tune in next
Do you
week.
feel it? Do you feel that? You feel that? And like you just feel it. in your
Ooh,
chest.
right here. Right here.
Feel the warmth? Yeah, it's just burning. Yes.
Ooh. And then Jed will be like, and tune in next week to Red Table Talk. We'll have
Speaking
Jennifer
of stories
Lopez in her wings.
Speaking of stories that have dragged on for too long, Megan Thee Stallion finally spoke to the media officially, not through Instagram Live, but spoke to Gayle King about what happened in the Tory Lanez situation.
And we were just hanging out, and I was ready to go because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security.
Mm-hmm. At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the back seat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. Mm-hmm. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. Mm-hmm. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
The arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse, and I don't want to be in this car no more, like, because I see it's getting crazy. Mm-hmm. So I get out the car, and it's like everything happens so fast. Yes. And all I hear is this man screaming, he said, dance, and he started shooting, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I look down at my feet, because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm really bleeding. Mm-hmm. So I like drop down and I crawl in somebody's driveway. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't believe you shot me.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying?
He's
after
apologizing. He's, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like,
but at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, the George Floyd incident had just happened. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after. So I'm like, it's a hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like, something bad is about to happen.
So that's that last part is why she says she stepped on glass instead of originally telling the cops that she was shot because she was trying to protect. As she said before, like this isn't really a change in her story. A lot of people are online saying that she's switching up her story, but if you followed it, if you even watch Bulldog, you can verify this. She's been basically saying the same thing, the whole time. One thing that was interesting though about it was when she was pressed about the nature of her relationship with Tory Lanez.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that it was that you two were dating. What was the nature?
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
So, to that point, 50 Cent doesn't believe. He said, now that I don't believe. She had to think about her answer. This is all crazy. I do believe it was a little strange that she did pause like that before she gave her. I mean, having sex with someone and having a sexual relationship are probably two different things. So I can understand why, she took the time to pause there. But either way, how did you feel about the way that this interview went and Tory Lanez's whole thing? Because he's saying after all of this that this is all just the fact that he was having sex with two best friends. This is a tweet that he originally posted on February 23rd. Good penis had me having sex with two best friends, and I got caught. That's what I apologize for, and it's sick how you spun it, though. So, any new thoughts on this case?
Well, I will say at the beginning of this, Gayle King did say that Kelsey was her former friend. So as a journalist, I probably would have asked, why aren't you and Kelsey friends anymore versus did you have sex with Tory Lanez? That's just me. That's a better question. I think that would kind of give us a little bit more like leeway and more answers. But again, Gayle Dexter.
I mean, that's the only answer we haven't. That's the only question we haven't gotten an answer to is like, why aren't you and Kelsey friends? Because Kelsey's saying she hasn't gotten paid like by Tory Lanez or anything else. But we really don't know why they broke up being friends in the first place. They were friends back in her Houston days, so I'm not really sure.
Right. That part is a little concerning to me. And look, I don't want to speculate if she had sex with him or not. If you say you didn't, then you did. Sure, maybe he ate your booty or something like that.
Never said she did. She just said they didn't have a sexual relationship. So.
Right, but that means like something happened. Like, did he do something to her? Like, did he, do his thing to you?
That's our business. I don't know why I don't know why.
I think that would give a motive to the situation. Everyone's trying to figure out why did he start shooting? Like, what was the argument?
Even if they did have a sexual relationship,
if you have a sexual relationship, I can start shooting when you get out.
That makes sense.
Well, if the situation was okay, Megan discovered that Kelsey and Tory Lanez were having sexual relations while she was having sexual relations with Tory.
That wasn't the question that she asked.
I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying that would explain, why the argument was happening.
I agree with that. Like, I mean, the question, the frame around the friendship maybe would have helped us get a little more answers. Like, did you have sex with Tory? Like, it gave messy, and I didn't.
It was very messy. The way she worded it was very messy. I will agree with that
because it's like one of those things where it's like I'm like now I think even the pause, like, oh, you paused, you lying. The pause could have been like, did this be really ask me about who I'm sleeping with?
Especially because if I asked you,
on this interview, did she really ask me that? So like that could have been the pause. It didn't necessarily mean that she, so because you pause, like, oh, you must be lying. Like, first of all, I'm not under oath. Second of all, you're asking me about who I'm sleeping with live on. I mean, are you insane?
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
think about it.
I
If she
never
would have
said
said,
I disagree with Dex. I actually agreed with Dex saying that was
no,
the correct
no,
answer.
we're not saying that you are. We're just saying
No, it's
Gail.
not you, Jason. I'm just, for
Gail
the
is
viewers.
It makes sense for Gail.
Oh.
And then also, it's kind of like Gail has been rumored to be eating Oprah's box for decades. Now, if somebody asked her that, she would have paused and been like, "You don't ask me no question like that, right? Am I right? You know I'm right."
Dex.
He never wants to say I'm right.
I got a question. I got a question.
Act like that never happened.
Okay.
Dex
I mean, look,
still holding on to it.
Snoop Dogg can come back from saying what he said to Gail. I feel like you can come back, Dex. So
Monique came back from what she did to Oprah too, so we good over here.
Gail and Oprah, they don't got no power. They don't got no real power.
Power gone. Look, I'm really over here talking like his 2013. I better chill out. Oh, but Elon Musk about Twitter, so we good to go. We can say whatever we want to say.
All right, let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
We gonna do all of them?
No, I'm saying pick one. Pick a number.
3.
Oh, 4. Oh, 3. Whatever.
All right, let's do 3.
Is this the new way, or you just didn't do the thing?
No, I just didn't do categories this week.
Am I reading it?
Huh?
Am I reading it?
Oh,
all right, guys. So Q&A. This is the part of the show where you guys ask us a question. We try to give you an answer to the best of our abilities. All right. My mother buys my children whatever
for the sloppy opening. This is a segment that we're normally not doing because Will does it. So I'm not saying you're a sloppy, Dex. I'm just apologizing for the overall not polished nature of how we started this segment.
Yeah, because I ain't sloppy. I'm not Gail. My mother buys my children whatever they ask for, but she usually asks that you already got me fucked up. But she usually asks that I reimburse her for the things that she buys. My sons are at an age where they ask for millions of things. I know when to say no to them, but my mother doesn't. I end up paying for everything in the end. I've told her that I can't afford for her to keep spoiling them. She's not spoiling them. I can't afford for her to keep spoiling them like that, but she keeps doing it. Whenever they spend time with her, what should I do?
This is so stupid to me. Stop paying
Dex, why you say she's not spoiling them, Dex?
Because she's not. Like, you're just saying, yes, you can get this, then you telling me to send you a cash app. No, like that ain't how this works.
Yeah, like the very first time you bought my kid something without asking me first, that money's on you. Don't do it. I'll fix you.
Your mom
I'll fix you.
Your mom she thinks she's Santa Claus. Like Santa Claus gets all the credit for
something. I'm saying you're getting all the clout, and I'm paying. Oh no, no mother. Moms be out here tripping.
But you know what though? She probably need her mom to watch the kids while she go to work and go to the club and stuff like this. So keep
where she go where?
Why she go?
Club. I know that's right.
Where she go to the club? Keep sending them
cash
apps. That's what she is.
Oh, the way you that stupid.
Why you ain't got your kids?
My mom always out here buying your kids all this stuff. Where you at?
Because like, how often is this happening? Like,
maybe she picks a kid up from school or something like that. You never know.
Every day.
Every day, but every now and then.
Well, listen, I'm telling you, just stop paying her. There has to be a reason why you're paying her after you said that, though. It got to be something. Dex is right.
Because she asked him for the money.
There's more to the story because, like, if I tell you, like, when grandparents go out and buy their grandkids stuff, I've never heard of a grandparent saying, like, "Oh, by the way, I need you to slide me that money for something you just bought."
You decided to do that. You couldn't tell these kids enough. That's on you. I ain't got it. Just like, the same way I'm telling you I ain't got it. That's what you should have said to them.
Exactly. Where did you go? Hope we helped you. Next.
Let's do number 4.
One more quick one.
Should we do number 4?
Yeah, 4.
Do you want a quick one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want a good one.
Oh, a good one. Okay. Let's see what 4 offers. Let's see. I can't remember what it was. Okay, yeah, this was a good one. It's long, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
All right.
Can you see it?
It didn't come up yet. Oh, Jason. Okay.
What's your thing?
The whole screen because I can't read.
Well, I've gotten into a really messy situation, and I need y'all to give me a verdict. So I was in a 6-year relationship with a single mom named Tara. when we met, she When we met, she had an 8-year-old daughter. We took things very slow with the whole situation. After 4 years of dating, we finally got engaged with our daughter's blessing. With her daughter's blessing.
Yeah.
But we had an obstacle stopping me from tying the knot. I wanted my own biological kids. Eventually, it came out that she didn't want to have more kids. I told her, this is interesting. I told her that it was unfortunate and decided to break off the engagement. Tara was hurt and wouldn't even let me explain things to Sasha. Sasha's
Who is the daughter?
Yeah. I was basically gone the next day. I moved a couple blocks away to a new house. Okay, money. Sasha somehow found out where I moved to. You're down the street. What do you mean she found out?
Somehow.
Sasha somehow found out where I moved to and started showing up, like just knocking on my door. The first couple of times I opened the door and talked to her, explaining the situation and telling her she couldn't stop by without her mom knowing, and it was inappropriate. She did it again, and this time was demanding to know why I didn't talk to her like I used to. So I drove her back to her mom's, and we had to have a sit-down conversation, the three of us. We explained the situation and told her she needed to let it go. So I started dating someone new a few days after the breakup. So I started dating a few days after the breakup. Okay. Things had been going really well, but when she parked on my driveway the past weekend, her car was damaged. She had a soda thrown on the windshield and scratch marks on her driver's side. I checked my security footage and I couldn't see I could see someone on the bike ride up to her car and do the damage. But it was late at night and the person had a mask and a hood on. In my head, it was Sasha. But I had no evidence. So this Sunday morning, there's a knock on my door. It's Sasha again. It's like 8 a.m. I was fed up. I called her, but noticed that I was blocked. I tried social media and I was blocked there too. So I called the cops. So I called the cops. The cops showed up and talked to Sasha and me. I explained the whole situation and they called Tara. Tara showed up looking out of sorts. Sasha was crying and I said I wouldn't press charges at this time, but the next time she's at my house, I am. And Tara needs to be more aware of her daughter and it needs to be more aware of where her daughter is and maybe get therapy. Did I take it too far? What else am I expected to do? Before we answer, Sasha is 8 years old.
I feel like if the mom blocked you and is not answering, I mean, that is the only, unless you call in CPS. See, the cops are CPS, and I don't think CPS works on the weekend. So if it was a Sunday, then yeah, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, I don't know. I got no advice for this. It's like weird.
Yeah, but Sasha's 8 years old.
Wait, is it Sasha 8 or she 8 plus 6?
No, Sasha's 8.
Oh, Sasha's a little bit older.
Yeah.
No, they were in a 6-year relationship when they met. She had an 8-year-old daughter. So yeah, Sasha's like,
Sasha's
like 14.
Why would you say 8 plus 6?
Plus the 6 years. Sorry.
So Sasha's 14. No, yeah. Sasha, you know better. You know better, Sasha. Get on.
Sasha got a lot going on there. I have no comment for this, but I think you did what you had to do.
If you had a dad for 6 years, you're not just going to let him go if you like him.
But it's weird. I don't know what to say about that because the weird thing is, that she's doing this because y'all just decided to break up, so you just like cut her off completely, and that's not how kids work. Like, you can't just do that. 6 years, like if she was 8 years old when you got around, like how kids are, and then she like went into her teens. I don't know. It's y'all gotta at least phase each other out or something. Y'all just like don't see this man now. He's calling the police on you.
Now you sound crazy.
Your mom's car. It's a lot.
You sound insane. Ty's wrong. He's 100% wrong here. That is your mammy's problem. Like, she needs to figure this out, sir. Or man, it's a woman, right? Woman, you have nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Like, you actually
I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but I'm understanding where the kid's coming from, except busting up the car.
It's not my problem how this kid is feeling. Like, I don't care. And also, there's a couple things though. One, why would you move down the street? You were being messy and mess caught up with you. That's strike number one. Two, how did you decide that you weren't going to?
Nice neighborhood. Well, I gotta go.
Well, look, at the same, you dropping you push my daughter to the side, push my neighborhood to the side. And then secondly, how did you decide that you weren't going to press charges when somebody else's car got damaged? You don't get to say so in there. Y'all messy together. That's a messy group.
Messy group.
Tyra don't
let's
care
close
though.
it out.
Tyra is living good. Tyra is somewhere letting her mom take care of the boys. Like she is good to go.
Listen.
All right, let's wrap it up. Dex, where can they submit their questions?
Guys, look, I know this advice we gave you guys today was super brilliant, and if you want more brilliant advice like this, send us your own questions. Go to Bro Talk Live /questions. Jason
and Company. Jason and Company. Yo.
We're going to get that .com in there eventually, Dex, for you.
I know.
You can't be saying don't say .com, don't say .com. That's for old people. This, that, and the third.
No,
you don't say www. You still have to say .com.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about?
Oh, you're right. So it's brotalklive.com /questions.
There you
go.
Jason.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Jason and Company time. This is where we play the most hilarious videos of the week for you guys and have you guys vote on categories. The first category for this week is Worst Driver. Thank you guys who has embraced Jason and Company and are sending me videos now. This is made it a little more easier to produce this segment, and I really appreciate it. Worst driver. Here we go. Contestant number 1.
Yo, you Dick Haley, bro. What the fuck? Did that just really happen just now, dummy? Yo! Yo! Fuck!
All right, let's see it one more time. All eyes up. Let's look. Here we go.
Yo, you Dick Haley, bro. What the fuck? Did that just really happen just now, dummy?
Yo, Dad, I was about to say the same thing. I said that's gotta be Philly the way they
It's
talk.
definitely Philadelphia.
You Dick Haley, dog.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't check on the man, like you did, yo, Dick Head.
You right over the damn sign. Like, what were you doing? How did it happen? Eric said it might be Baltimore. We do say dummy a lot in Baltimore. Do you guys say dummy a lot in Philly?
Jason, in Philadelphia, they'll call you every name in the book.
Every name, like the commentary was real Philadelphia, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
it sounded like Baltimore. Let's take one more lesson. All right, let's evaluate purely on what you think it is. Let's listen to the narrator.
Yo, you Dick Haley, bro. What the fuck? Did that just really happen just now, dummy? Yo! Fuck!
I think that's Baltimore.
Upon further investigation, it maybe is not Philadelphia. I don't know.
I think it's Baltimore.
It additionally sounded like it though.
That's interesting, y'all. If y'all know in the comments, tell me what y'all think.
That's
all that stuff is Philly too. Maybe it's just how people act in certain areas.
The Northeast, yeah. Okay. This is not the Northeast. This by the video cam looks like China of some sort or some sort of Asian country. Here we go. Walking across the street. Girl, why you stop? Oh,
You know what that was. Oh, he not gonna slow down. You ain't gonna hit me. You ain't gonna hit me. Said,
oh, you ain't gonna hit me. You ain't gonna. Yo, I just ran into one of those the other day. I should have did just that.
Hit them?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I wish he would. Oh.
Yo, he really wore her out.
Absolutely.
But if you look at it, it looks like he didn't do it on purpose. He was expecting her to move.
He tried to slow down. He don't know why you stopped.
I wonder if she froze in fear or something. Like she just like didn't dive or nothing.
She just stood there, like she walked halfway across, and she just like, "Why did you stop? What are you doing?"
Like right in front of him, though, like not before him and not after. It's weird.
I don't know why she did that. It's very strange. Okay, people are saying the dummy part gave Baltimore, so they think that's B-more.
I'm fine with that.
There we go.
We'll take it. We'll be the dummies. We'll take the dummies.
I don't need that. We don't need Philly. Don't need nothing else. We don't need nothing else. Take it.
Zoe said she flew like a bowling pin. That lady.
She really did. It doesn't matter how much mash you got. When something hits you, yeah.
Like a bowling ball. More at fault. First up, we have a trailer driver who had a little too much. He had a little too much dip on his chip. A little too much dip on the chip. Here we go.
Well, just tear the whole damn highway up, why don't you?
Damn. Can you imagine? Like, that was murder on that company's insurance.
You think he got fired?
Fired. The company
Well,
needed that.
Jason, the way things happening right now, it's like they don't got no driver, so it's kind of like you want to fire them, but it's like we don't got nobody else.
They probably sucked that boy.
But isn't that the fault of like the tractor trailer company? Like, why are they making a truck?
That sign has been there for 20 plus years.
Signs.
It's your fault. This sign.
Oh, so the bed was up, like the little dump truck part was up.
Wherever this is at, everybody ragged. The person driving, the guy that they cracked windshield, like everybody ragged.
They wore that whole highway smooth out, and you know somebody was late. Where they was like, "Oh, come on!" I was already late.
When you're around something like that and you see it, like you want to stop, but at the same time, you better speed through it because if you don't, you're gonna be in traffic for a long time. You better get through it.
Yeah, that happened.
All right. Next up, we have this tow truck driver who bit off a little more than he could chew.
I know somebody who did that before.
That's what they did.
Tried to get away from the tow truck just by pulling off. Shout out to Eric for that video.
So his truck ain't fall apart like that.
But that tow truck was up in the sky. Like, why was that tow truck so flimsy? That thing was up in the sky.
I'm trying to see what kind of car got that power. Is that an F-150? I need one of those.
Trying to see what kind of car that is.
But you know how ridiculous that is, though, because like to get your car back would be like $200, but the damage that you just caused to your truck is going to be significantly more.
You're sure. But the tires on that tow truck was just as bald as they want to be. Like it was
up in the sky.
That's what Ford needs to put this in a commercial. They're like, okay, they ain't gonna tell your shit. That Ford F-150 is something else.
I think that was a 4x4. That thing was up in the sky. I can't get over it. That tow truck was tilting. Like, wow.
And the truck, and that Ford was doing that on the front tires. Like, you didn't get the back tires. Imagine how much I can pull if you get the back tires down.
That was amazing. All right. Next up, I believe we have this category called Closer to the Grave.
Oh, Jason. I just know this is rude as fuck.
What? Here we go. Closer to the Grave.
Okay. All right, we're fine. Everybody's fine. No, let's not do.
Lady did that little punch.
Because she said, you know, I felt it. Don't play with me.
You know, I felt that. Look at this little punch.
Okay. All right, we're fine.
And you know, they probably do that all the time, just fighting each other all the time.
You know they do.
They be beating each other's ass in their head the whole time and just be like, she hit me. Shout out to Ty for this video, Closer to the Grave.
Excuse me?
What do you think you're doing?
Why are you knocking on my window?
I don't knock on your window.
Why are you here next to my car right now?
I didn't knock on your window because you just slammed the door and I've been hearing everything.
I can do what I want in my apartment. You don't.
Can't eavesdrop and listen on me.
I don't care what you're doing, and no one eavesdrops on you. You're nobody to me, sweetheart. You're no one to me.
All right.
You're no concern to me. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you do. What I want you to do is leave me the fuck alone. Because if you don't, Me and you are gonna have a big problem, okay? And you're gonna have a bigger one. You're gonna have a fucking bigger one. So what I need you to do is get the fuck out of my face. Get away from my property, which is this vehicle here that I pay for.
I'm over here.
Step the fuck back. Get the fuck away from me. Go wipe them ugly ass fucking raccoon eyes out of your face because they're disgusting. Just like your face. Your face is disgusting.
She said that's because I'm old and I can't see.
You think she was doing something? That man was giving you the business. You should have just walked away.
She told him on his
Well, I never.
Ow.
He wore her ass out. Did he wear her out? I was like,
and good too.
I was like, oh, Jason needs to see this. It's not a shame.
Wore her out good. Good and through. All right. So who's closer to the grave? The love tap or mother with the eye?
Both know.
I think Raccoon is closer to the grave because she keeps messing with that man. He gonna put her there.
The coon.
No, Tap was about to get it because that girl turned around with that walker. Was about to wear that lady out.
Hands on me.
If that woman wouldn't have stepped in the middle, she would have wore her. She would have wore her out with that walker.
That little car. That car was about to destroy that woman.
Tear her up. She was like,
he was about to murder her with that damn.
You know, she could whoop a tail back in her day. She was
keep
like,
going back over and over.
She was lucky I did my done.
She's gonna
Give
push
that
that
little
car.
tap. She put that head around. Was like,
hold me back. Hold me back.
She's gonna keep going back and forth with that cart until the lady dies. She's just gonna do.
That old lady used to whoop her tail feather back in her day.
Last but not least, Bigger Jolt. Bigger Jolt. This is contestant number uno.
What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I don't give a fuck about this, nigga.
What do you do after that? She got exit.
My damn neck is hurting. Like I felt it. Jesus.
The whole restaurant heard it.
They went up too. Like they wasn't even. They was like cheering. He must have been talking crazy.
Jesus.
Like the way they cheered like that. Like typically they go, "Oh my god!" They were like, "Yeah,
do it again."
He must have
been all 5 fingers with that one. And then we have a roof jumper.
Yo, before I can.
Them hamstrings.
Yeah. Well, one more time though, please.
Them hamstrings are done.
Yo, before I can.
And they laugh like this man just break both his legs.
He's triple now. Like he's not getting up to walk from there. Like, God.
Yeah, Forrest Gump. He about to get them little Forrest Gump legs. With them
Jason.
Run, Forrest, run. Look, he either get the Forrest Gump legs or the Lieutenant Dan's. One of the others coming.
No, I think he's more Lieutenant Dan. Them legs done.
Speaking of Lieutenant Dan, did y'all see Madden Cawthorn tried to get a gun through the airport today?
I did see that.
Like ridiculous. What's wrong with that boy? All right, Bigger Jolt, the smack or the torn hamstrings and labrums and
torn body.
That smack wore him out though. That smack sent him.
That's
you did that to yourself. Somebody else knocked you off your feet. You jumped your own stuff off that roof.
But at least the guy who got smacked can get up and walk away. The other man ain't gonna be walking for quite some time.
Ever again. And without them braces, without them metal braces. He gonna look like Stone Cold with 2 metal braces on the knees. All right, that was Jason and company. It is now time for the BS report.
Ty knows who this is. Ty, who is that?
Who is that? We just put her in the chat.
Right.
Yeah,
There we go. There we go. You're your horny self.
Remember Sable? That's right. Do you remember Sable? That's the one to remember right there. Sorry, let's change the graph.
All right, guys, this is Dex's BS Report. I tell 3 stories. 2 of these stories are true. 1 of these stories is fake news. It's up to you guys and these guys to let me know what's true and what's fake news. All right, so the first one, I actually have a question for you guys. So there's a book that we used to read when we were younger. It was about a family of bears. What was the book called?
It was about a family affair.
No, bears. A family of bears. What was it called?
Oh, the Berenstain Bears.
Ty, what do you say?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. So a lot of people were thinking that it's called the Berenstain Bears, right? And there's a theory out now that if you think that this is called the Berenstain Bears and not the Berenstein Bears, that means we are living in a parallel alternate universe and like things cross over here and there. So if you've ever, even you guys watching or listening, if you think that you've ever seen it say the Berenstain Bears, it does not. And if you recall that, that means we really are living in a parallel alternate universe.
Even you said it wrong. At first you said the Berenstain Bears, and then you said the Berenstain Bears.
I think it was. So like
what's it called then? What's it called?
It's the Berenstain Bears. That's what it's actually called.
It's not. It's the Berenstain Bears.
This weekend there's going to be an iconic unveiling of a new character in the Chuck E. Cheese franchise. Before, we're used to seeing Chucky, and he's been revamped a couple times, but now there's going to be a new character, and the word is that it's not a mouse anymore. So there's going to be a new Chuck E. Cheese unveiled this weekend, and then finally there's a woman in Florida, a bride actually in Florida, who, along with her caterer, is being sued because she gave cannabis-laced food to all of her guests. All right, guys, what's true, what's a lie?
Well, the first lie is the Berenstain Bears, like I said. Not Steen, not Stein. Stain. Okay. Secondly, secondly, just wanted to make a point. Secondly, because I actually have had that revelation a few years ago, and I was shocked that I didn't know that. But
it's not that you didn't know, it's like you're used to seeing it a certain way, right?
I used to say Bernstein. I definitely used to say Bernstein, but it's definitely Stain. But the weed story is true. The weed story is true. That actually happened. So I'm going with the second story. There will not be a new unveiling of a chunky cheese. We just got one a few weeks ago, so we're not going to.
There's no new chunky cheese. I think you're getting that story from the fact that they threw that old mouse in that garbage can, and they saw him out there looking all raggedy and stupid.
I just did the Mina's House podcast, and we talked about Chuck E. Cheese. So that's what and I'm like, this doesn't look like the same Chuck E. Cheese that I'm used to. So like, that's where I got that story from. That is true. There is no new unveiling of the Chuck E. Cheese character, and it's called the Mandela effect, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've reported on this on the BS report before, but with a different
with the Shaq thing, with the
Shaq,
Shazam, yeah.
So there's this movie that I watched this past weekend called The Mandela Effect, and it was like I was sitting in the house by myself watching this movie. I was like, I'm kind of scared watching this. It was creepy as hell. But that has been Dax's BS report for the week.
Yes, Sinbad was never in a movie called Shazam. Never existed.
I'm still not convinced with that.
Never happened.
I don't
Shaq
know.
was in a movie called Kazam, but
I
there is
remember
no movie.
that, but I swear I remember Sinbad being in the movie as well, and I'm like, they might be right. It might be a parallel universe. And then another one was Curious George. It's like, does he have a tail or does he not have a tail?
Yeah, it's interesting.
And I don't think he does. I don't think he does. No, but he might. I don't know.
Okay, that was Dex's BS report for the night, as he's already said.
Remember when we started this, and it was because Brandy put on that concert. We've gotten so far away from that moment that it's kind of funny.
Yeah, let's give the original origins of why we call it Seats. So I believe it was back in 20. Let me get the actual date for you, Ty, because I feel like we deserve to do an origin story.
I think 2013. Right?
We definitely want an origin story for this because it's like, why are we calling it seats, and why are we giving away seats? And it's like,
oh, here we go.
So
on August 22nd, 2013, the Huffington Post reported that Brandy's South Africa concert sees audience of 40 in 90,000 seat stadium. So that's why we named the segment seats, because we had 89,860 seats available.
Yeah, we were so unhinged back in the day. We had a graphic. We had a graphic of Brandy.
And even though the show has been on for that many years, we are still giving away Brandy seats to this day, because that's how many seats were left in that audience. And so if you guys have more Brandy seats to give away, please walk them down.
I have one real quick seat I'll give out. My seat's going to go to Sprint and T-Mobile, whoever they want to be at this point. So yesterday, I noticed that my bill went from $140. By the way, I have one phone. That's it. I pay $140 a month. And it went to $143. I was like, what is going on? Like, where's $3 coming from? So I'm doing an investigation, whatever, looking through my phone plan, like, why is it going to more money or whatever? Guys, I found out yesterday, literally, that I was paying for 2 devices, like the leasing devices. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So I called and she's like, oh yeah, you are paying an additional $40-something that you shouldn't be paying. I'm like, well, take it off. So she's like, oh, well, I can't take it off because it says you own the phone. I said, well, when was the last time the phone was used? She said, oh, last August. I said, well, that means I haven't been using this phone for over almost a year now. Take it off.
You said T-Mobile did this? T-Mobile did this?
Like with the T-Mobile Sprint thing. I don't know who to blame.
Yep. It's T-Mobile.
So then I'm like, take it off. And she's like, well, the way we can make a deal, like if you pay half, I'll pay the other half. I said, absolutely not. Take it off right now. I've been paying since August. If anything, y'all owe me a credit. So she's like, okay, you know what? You're right. I'll take it off. So she takes it off, right? I'm still on the phone with the woman. So I do a refresh just to make sure it comes off. Why did my bill go to $140 to $400? Y'all, no lie. I set up and I said, what the fuck did you just do? Because it just caught me off guard. Cause I'm like, what did you just do to me? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you just charged me $400. Like, what are you doing? Like, you messed up everything. So then she's like, I'll take it off. I was like, you didn't even warn me that you were about to do that. Like, what are you? It was horrible. But I would say all that to say that I got my bill down to like almost $100 allegedly. We'll see.
Why does your bill so much money for one phone?
Because they're scam artists and they're crooks. That's why.
That's true. Yeah,
my bill
T-Mobile did that.
They're $100, and we have the same company.
Yeah, my wife has her and her mom on the plan, and they paid less than me with 2 phones, and I only have one. I'm just like, this. Okay,
better jump on that family plan, bro.
Imagine y'all. I used to work there, so I know they scams. I know what y'all be doing.
They just hand out different prices to different people.
Whatever they want to do, for sure.
That's ridiculous.
That's all they do.
They definitely need a seat.
I don't think I have a seat, Ty. Too busy to have a seat.
So it's not that I have a seat, right? But it's like in the morning time, it annoys me that people are going for these like early morning drives and they're like in the way. Like they're like always those douchebags get up at like 4:30 in the morning. They're like super hyped that they're early for work. And it's like, you need to get out the way. Most of us who are out here this early it's not by choice. So I just need you to like get out of our way. And it's always somebody with like an asshole of a car, like a Honda Fit, or like
or the Nissan Sentra.
Like I didn't want to say that because I know people with those, but yes. And it's just like you had money in your hand and you went to a car dealership and you really drove off with that. And now you're on the road.
I was 21 years old. I didn't know no better. Like, I didn't know no better. And now, like, I don't want to have a car no. Like,
now the new
I'm just so annoyed by like every morning I see someone's Honda Fit, or they're like the most ridiculous car. It's literally they are the most ridiculous cars, and it's like, why do you even exist? Like,
you know why? Because they be trying to get to work before everybody else come in, so they don't see what they pulling up in.
It just annoys the crap out of me. I'm like, it's 6:30 in the morning. Why are you driving? Why? And no one else wants to be out here. Anyway, so if that's a seat, then that's my seat. But I guess it really doesn't count because I'm just complaining.
Everybody around here got damn Teslas, so it just be Teslas on the road. Look like it looks a dystopian empire of Elon Musk out here. Elon Musk now owns Twitter, by the way, which we're broadcasting on. So shout out to Elon-y, and hopefully
shout out to the new boss,
Big Boss Man E,
the big boss. So yeah, I saw something that said it was weird. It was like the number one richest person in the world owns Amazon and the Washington Post. The number two person owns Twitter now. Number three person owns Facebook. And number three richest person in the world owns Facebook. So it's like it's just going down. Like the number 4 person owns Google, and the number 9 person owns Google is the other one. So it's just like trickling down. All social media platforms are now the richest people in the world.
But isn't it crazy though that Elon a couple weeks ago was just so diehard and like getting his rocks off, going to space? Then now all of a sudden he wants to come down here and play on Twitter with us. That means ain't nothing up there in space. Ain't no life on space.
Ain't nothing happening.
It's dead as hell up there.
Because like it's like one of those dreams that certain people have, and you get up there just to float around. Like, what am I doing here?
But then you get there and it's like, I think he thought it was a world. He thought it was a world up there, and he got up there and it was nothing but rocks. He said,
I don't want to go to space. I have no desire. Like, unless Earth is blowing up, I'm not going up there.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good right here.
Even if Earth is blowing up, I might just chalk it and be like, I'm done.
Look, I've lived long enough. I'm good to go.
All right, you guys have any announcements to make? We good to go?
Yeah, we just running our mouths. Y'all don't got to stay with us no more.
Shout out to Bill. Thank you, guys, for tuning in as well. We really appreciate everybody who's put a comment in tonight. And we would like to honor you in the future. So be sure to keep commenting at the end of the season. We will have you on our roll call. Do you guys want to give any shout outs?
Just thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it.
All right.
Cool. And you know what? And just shout out to my wife too. This woman is just amazing. I just have to give her a shout out. I think she may be sleeping now, but she has had the longest travel day in the history of travel days, and still stayed up to try to watch Bro Talk tonight, and I appreciate it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Very sweet. All right, Ty, anything for your wife?
Okay. I almost just did it because I knew you were going to do that. Shout out to my wife for staying asleep and not interrupting my show.
No, she can't. She was on for a bit.
I know. I heard her crashing around out there.
Shout out to my wife for staying, keeping the kids out of the studio space while we film. So we really appreciate all of the wives. Mother's Day is coming up. So honor the mothers in your life. Hope you guys have a good one. This has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill, this has been, I just said that. We're out, over and out. We're gone. We're a mess.